Hi, I'm Matt Robinson, Vice President of Government Affairs for the Oklahoma Association of Realtors.
And I'm Richard Phillips, your contract lobbyist.
And welcome to this week's edition of the Capitol Insider. Well, Richard, it's pretty much a short week this week.
It has been out at the Capitol. The lawmakers met Monday and Tuesday. A few years ago, the legislature changed the law to where all the schools would break for spring break in the same week.
Right.
And it works out well for them as well because they're from all over the state. They get to go spend some time with their children. So yes, it's just not a lot of action this week.
And even though it was a short week, we got one of our bills heard, didn't we?
We did. Our e-notary bill passed the House floor 86-1.
That's right.
Lise Hall did a great job.
She's fantastic.
And now it's headed over to the Senate where we'll work on the language with Senator Smalley, who's our author in the Senate.
Exactly. The most important thing, though, that happened this week, we had a chance to sit down with Speaker McCall, Kathy Fowler, our President-elect, and Jessica Hickok, CEO, came in and we talked about abstract reform.
That's right, and the Speaker was very gracious.
Right.
He explained his position on House Bill 2303, and that's the abstract bill that we all embraced in the beginning of this session.
Right.
It's changed. It doesn't do a whole lot now. Our members are upset, and they should be.
Right.
But the Speaker came out and sat down with us and told us, look, he's going to give us some time. They've given him their word that they're going to work on some deficiencies. And we'll see where it goes from here.
That's right. And he really was encouraging for us to help educate the legislators on the abstract issue.
That's right.
And with regards to House Bill 2303, what happens next?
Well, we assume that he's going to run it on the floor next week, which is deadline week. It'll go over to the Senate. Senator Newberry is the Senate author. He's made it clear to us that he respects the Speaker's wishes. But there's always an opportunity that maybe some reform could be put in there if we could get all parties to agree. Right. And that's something that we should be looking at.
No question about it. And Richard, as you mentioned, next week is deadline week. It's going to be a full slate.
That's right. The Senate and the House, they'll be out on the floor running the bills that just came out of committee. And they may be working some late nights.
There's no doubt about that.
And we'll be following all those bills as they come out on the floor.
That's right. And that's going to wrap up this week's edition of the Capitol Insider, and we'll see you next week.